Yeah.
Ninad sir, can you please disconnect your audio from that?
Sorry, I didn't realize my laptop will echo on my mobile. So yeah, this is better. Parth, can you see the clock?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Anybody else joining, or should we start?
Ninad sir, you can start. I mean, it's their fault if they're not joining at 9 p.m. sharp when it was already told. So I mean, you can begin with the session. We'll anyways upload it on the YouTube channel.
And all right, good evening to all members of the National Security Committee. I am Ninad, and I am your crisis director. Well, I have with me is Parth, who is going to act as your chairperson. Right. So, welcome to the Historic National HNSC Committee. Obviously, you guys are still wondering what the agenda is, so I'm going to come to that. I'm not going to reveal the agenda, but I'm going to ask you guys to again take guesses on it. So basically, this is going to be a crisis committee. I hope you guys know what a crisis committee is. If not, I'll quickly give a brief on what was the crisis committee. See, when we talk about a crisis committee, know this, right? A crisis committee is an intensely intense committee where your actions directly will affect what is coming in the what is going to happen in the committee, right? A crisis committee is basically like an action reaction system where your action will affect the reaction of what's going to happen next. Let me explain it simply, right? If let's say that there's a fire in the school, right? And now you all are going to take the decision on what's going to happen next in the committee. So your reaction will determine what happens next in this committee, right? So now whatever you guys decide to do will decide what happens after this, right? If you decide to, evacuate the school, then your children is going to be safe. If you decide not to evacuate the school, the children will burn with the school, right? Simple example. So basically, if I talk about a crisis committee is an action-reaction committee. Whatever you act, that will come as a reaction, right? So there are basically two types of committee. One is called a continuous crisis committee, and the second called joint crisis committee. Now, what is a continuous crisis committee? Where there is only one group of people, right? And their actions are sent to the back room, the crisis back room, and those reactions are then converted into the next update, right? Now, what is a crisis back room? I need to explain this also, right? Now, crisis back room is basically a group of people who are acting as the control of the crisis. So in this case, I will be acting as the crisis control, right? I will be acting as the person who's going to be doing the crisis control part, right? So a back room basically consists of a director and 2-3 more people if it's physical, or usually if it's online, it's one person who handles everything. So when we talk about crisis when we talk about how it's going to work, is like you basically send a reaction, right? Basis of the reaction, you will get a response, right? Basis of a reaction, you will get a response, and that is all decided by what reaction comes from whom, and is it affected in a positive manner or in a negative manner. That's all up to the crisis team to decide, right? So it may happen that you thought your action was good, but ultimately your action may become heavy on you, right? It may get a negative effect on your action itself, right? So this is what a crisis team does. So in a single crisis committee, which is CCC, usually in continuous crisis committee, this is how it works. In a joint crisis committee, there are two different groups sitting together, right? Like, let's say if we are doing the India-Pakistan war, right? There will be two committees. One will be the Indian cabinet, the other will be the Pakistani cabinet. Now, how will the crisis work here, right? The crisis team will release the update. It will go to the both teams. Now both teams will react to it. They will send directives and they will send up updates. Correct? And then whatever updates and directives they get, the crisis team will read them and then create the next simultaneous update on basis of what the both groups have react. So this is the major difference between CCC and JCC. For the purpose of this simulation, know this is going to be a continuous crisis company, not a joint crisis company. There is no other teamwork, right? So that's all you guys need to know about the crisis in detail. Now, how is the committee going to work, right? When you enter the committee, all of that will be explained by you by Partha. And then I will again come back and explain you two things. This is very important. That is number one, directives. And number two, the flow of time. Because I think you guys can already see the clock on the screen, right? You guys can see my second screen. I have put up a clock and I explain you why I have put it up because it will play a very important role in your crisis, right? All right. Before I hand over to crisis, whatever I hand over to Partha, any guesses on the agendas? Right? Just type it in. I want to see you guys still. I have got a lot of guesses from you guys, but they're not right. So if you guys have read the events which happened during that particular time which are mentioned in the guide, you guys should be able to guess. Well, let me see if you guys have any other guesses. Right? Just type it in. Any guesses? Just type it in, guys.
So, is it advising?
Yes, Will.
Sir, is it advising the PM office, about national security and, working on the crisis?
So, see, I will do this also, right? I'll explain you one thing more. The NSA is an advisory body, or rather an advisory body to the Prime Minister, right? So, when I'm sorry, guys. Can you guys see me? Sorry, my internet. Okay. See, when the NSA's role is to advise the Prime Minister when the event of crisis comes. I haven't told you what the crisis is. I want you guys to guess what the event would be on which the NSA is going to advise the Prime Minister, right? Partha is going to play the role of the Prime Minister, right? So, any guesses on that? Anybody? Okay, fine. Chalo. Let's keep this a secret. Okay, somebody has commented. Somebody has chatted. Situation in India after 1999, what? There are a lot of things which happened in India after 1999. I want you guys to pinpoint that one particular event you feel we may simulate. It's somewhere between, I will give you a hint. It is somewhere between after the Kargil War, 1999 till 2001. 2001, that's the max we are going. We're not going to Godhras. We're not going to the Godhra rights, right? Somewhere between 1999 to 2000, even not 2001. The intervening time between the 2 years, I've given you a very big hint right now. Parth, do you agree?
Yeah, and for whatever you do, you'll be criticized in 2021 too and forever.
Yeah, this is a very big hint I just gave you guys. There is a major event which happened on the intervening point of the 2 centuries. That is the 19th and the 20th and 21st century. And that's what we are going to do. I think that's a big hint. I don't want to say anything more. So, Parth, I think now I'll hand it over to you. Let them think of what the crisis may be. I think they're already scratching their heads on it. Parth, I'll leave it to you on how the committee is going to be run. So, over to you.
All right. So basically, firstly, any doubts or any questions? All right. Seeing none, we shall move ahead. So basically, as Ninath sir explained that you all have to write directives, and also basically you all are given certain portfolios. You all will be representing them, and you all have to read about the role of your portfolio, the powers rested upon you, and what all your portfolio can do. And based on the crisis updates or the suggestions we gave you, you have to act according to your portfolio. Like for example, if you were in really holding that portfolio and some situation arose, and what would your portfolio do? And other than that, one very important thing which you have to keep in mind is that whenever you give any decisions or write any directives or anything, keep in mind the powers and the resources your portfolios have. Like just for an example, like just for example, not related to this, suppose you are representing Palestine, then you can't write a directive saying that Palestine would like to nuke Israel, as Palestine doesn't have nuclear weapons. So you have to do thorough research about your portfolio, the powers it holds, and the resources and all. So we will keep giving you situations, and you have to act accordingly while staying within the uh, jurisdictions of your portfolio. And then that's over to you now.
Yeah. So, Parth, have you explained them how they're going to do like the committee flow?
I've explained them about how they have to write, what all they have to consider and what all they have to research on before coming in the committee and before writing directives and all that stuff. And I've explained them a bit about.
Yeah, so I'm going to explain you guys what the directive is because that's very important, right? So see, I tell the basic flow of the committee is going to be like this, right? Once you enter your committee, you'll be given an update. Now I'm going to explain you why I have put that clock on the screen, right? So you guys are going to be time bound. How? So the whole event which we are going to simulate happened 7 days in real time. Like when it happened, it was only for 7 days. Now the committee, we are going to run it in 7 hours, right? So the whole day, so one whole day will be simulated in just about 1 real hour, right? So 1 minute in committee time, in real time, would be equal to 30 minutes almost in the subcommittee time. Remember this, right? So this is how the clock is gonna run, right? I'm using this clock. Now see how fast this runs, right? It's 15 minutes past 9 and see how quickly it will jump to 15 minutes past 9. So, so this is running at the maximum speed. That is 1 hour. It will simulate 1 day in 1 hour, right? So you'll have to be very careful. Like when the update comes, right? I will just tell you guys that this is the update and that now you guys will have to create an update within, let's say now it's 9:30, right? I'll tell you like, the next update I should get the next update in about like by 9:45. So you guys have about our 32 minutes in hand, right? So you will have 32 minutes in committee time, but in real time, and that's I think about just 2 minutes or 3 minutes time. So you have to be that quick when you're making your decisions. Okay, now I will come to is everybody clear on the clock thingy? Like, this is very important for you guys, right? This clock is gonna determine your actions, and this clock will determine your actions. If you do not do it in time, it may have negative impacts, right? Parth, can you quickly please take over for a second? I'll be back.
Sure. So delegates, any doubts till now? Delegates, any doubts?
No, sir.
Yeah. So how many of your first timers here? How many first timers in the committee?
Sir, like I'm the first, like this is my first time in this committee.
All right. Anyone else? Please raise your hands. Only two? Okay, so you said it's your first time in this committee. So have you done other committees before?
UNHRC.
All right. All right. Others?
This is actually my first MUN.
All right. So for the experienced people here, for the experienced delegates here, like in other UN committees or conventional committees, you must have noticed that you have points and evils and all that stuff, right? delegates.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you must have seen that there are points and other things in other committees, conventional UN committees, right?
Yes, sir.
But here, for like as you can see how quick you have to be, it's better that you don't do all that stuff. Like for example, if you have suppose 3 minutes to make a decision and you waste that time and raising a point of order based on someone's factual inaccuracy, then that would not be very sane. So try to utilize your time to the fullest and to the best. And other than that, as I told earlier, try like research thoroughly about your own portfolio and the powers it holds. Any more
Yeah,
doubts?
yeah, I'll jump in. So thank you, Parth. So see, one thing I will tell you, though we are not telling you the crisis, right? Please know this, that if you know how well your portfolio power, what is the portfolio powers are, you should be able to handle the crisis. You should only, what I want you guys to really do research on is what is the powers of your portfolio, right? I'll explain what directives are and then I'll explain exactly how this two comes into play, right? Now, what are directives? Directives are basically action plans which you guys will be giving to us or basically to me, right? On what exactly you guys want to do in your individual power or in your group power to solve the crisis. Now, understand this. There are two types of directives. One is called a, a group directive, and one is called the individual directives, right? So, when I'm talking about your individual directives, that is for you to use your own portfolio powers, correct? You do not use the portfolio powers of anybody else. That is for your, so let's say if I am the defense minister of India, right? And now I've been given a crisis where, let's say, we have found out that there are terrorists who have invaded the Akshardham complex, right? The Akshardham terror attacks. So what will I do? So that is what is important here.
Can I give an example here, like a quick example?
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
All right. So like as like building upon what Ninad sir said, like suppose you are the defense minister and Akshardham has been like there's some infiltration by some terrorists. So and you're asked for an individual directive. You can't use something like NSG, Nation Security Guard, because it comes under Ministry of Home Affairs. You have to do something with your own resources, like maybe deploy Parasaf or something like that. So keep that all in mind.
Yeah. So, like, make sure that you know your portfolio powers very well because that is what is gonna give you your power. Now, there are two type directives here, right? They also have some. They are the one you can write your own, one you can write as a whole as a committee, right? Also, if you're writing as your own, you can also write something called an over directive. Now, what is the over directive? An over directive is basically where you give your directions, but they are not known to the rest of the committee. And they won't be known to the rest of the committee. Let's say if you want to do an over directive, right, as a defense minister, to send some of your troops to let's say for the Akshardham crisis itself, let me talk about. Like if I am the defense minister, right, I could quietly deploy my black commandos. If I'm not wrong, part I think they are not on the no, they are NSG, right?
Yeah,
Let's say if I'm the
he's
home
under
minister,
Minister of
yeah,
Home
let's
Affairs.
say
You
I'm the
can.
home minister, right? I have the right to use the black commando, which is the NSG, the National Security Guards. So what I could do is I could deploy the NSGs, right, and give them directive that you will invade the temple from the western gate. You will then cut off lights and invade the temple from the western gates and set up positions near this point and set up and clear that much part of the temple out for terrorists. This is my directive, right? Your directives need to be very, very concise and very, very clear on how you're going to write. Remember, even a single misstep would lead to disaster in your committee. And when it's a time-bound committee, you have to be very careful, right? Again, let's say there's a hijack, right? Right. And now you have to solve it. So again, what do? That's what I'm going to say. That's what your power is going to do, right? Ooh. Okay. So that's all I want to say. So this is how you're going to write your directives, right? So don't worry, I will be sending some examples of directives to you guys on the group, right? You guys are clear on how to write your directives, right? So you're clear how exactly you have to write, what are you to include in directives, because those are very, very important, right? So this is all what you need to know about the committee for now. I'm still waiting for you guys to take a wild guess on the agenda, because if you guess the agenda, you can do pre-work also on it. Let's see who cracks up with the agenda. You guys still have about 5 days in hand, right? Let's see. I kind of gave away the agenda right now, almost. I think Parth knows it very well. I said something which was written to the agenda itself. But okay, I guess no worries. Anyways, so this is all you guys. Now, do you guys have any queries related to the committee, or what all you need to know? Please do let us know, and like raise your hand and we can answer it. It's not going to be a long session. If you want to get to like, you guys need to know anything or ask us anything, please raise your hand. Yeah. Vin, go ahead.
Sir, we have to research. Like, I am the foreign minister, so I need to research on my powers. Like in that time, in the time when HNSC was.
Yeah. So I think at that time the foreign minister was Jaswant Singh, if I'm not wrong. I'll cross check with you, right? I'll quickly cross check and tell you the name of your who was the foreign minister at that point. If you guys can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
I think it was Jaswant Singh who was foreign minister. If you don't know your cabinet name, just let me know so I can quickly tell you. I think it was Jaswant Singh who was. Right. Third batch ministry. Yeah, December 19. Let's see. So yeah. So I think there was Jaswant Singh who was
No, it was George Fernandez. Jaswant Singh.
External affairs.
Yeah, Jaswant Singh.
No. External affairs was here. Jaswant Singh.
Yeah, Jaswant Singh only. I already need you on the column, so.
So this is the third term, no? After it fell the second time.
Got it.
Yeah.
Jaswant Singh only.
So you are Jaswant Singh.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You are the Jaswant Singh. Okay. So that's your portfolio. Anyone else who wants to know your portfolios? Like if you don't have your portfolio name, then I can give it to you guys. Do we have people? It's only just anybody else? Vardhaman.
Could you tell
Sir,
me?
I know my portfolio. It's George Fernandez, right? But sir, I have a question related to the agenda. Is the agenda does the agenda have something to do with?
You are the defense minister, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Does the agenda have something to do with the Red Fort attacks, December 99?
We won't comment on that as it's a crisis committee.
We won't comment on that, but you are the closest to the agenda, right? Very close. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. Like, your month is correct.
Okay.
Like, the crisis month is correct. That's all I want to say.
Sir, can we search on Google, like, to some
yes?
about the? Can we do research about the crisis on? Like,
see, if you guess it, then you guys have the full right to the crisis research, right? What happened and how you can change it. Because remember, it's not going to happen the same manner how it happened in real time. It may change, right? Like if I'm talking about the Kargil war, right? If you are simulating the Kargil war, let's say, for just for the same, right? It may not happen in the same way how it happened in real, right? It may change something out of it, right? Something like that. Correct? Okay. Anybody else?
Could I also have my name, because it wasn't given?
Mayuki, what's your portfolio?
Secretary of Defense Production.
Secretary of Defense Production. See, now these positions are a little hard to find because those basically fall under the, those are very, hard to find. So, like those who are in the Union Cabinet, I can still figure out, but these are like, like you are under the Defense Minister, right? In a sense. So you will have to, like I'll try and let you know, right? I'll figure it out and let you know, right? Just give me some time, right? I'll let you know by tomorrow if I can find it, right?
Yep.
No
okay.
problem?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else who wants to comment on the agenda? I'm gonna see how smartly. If you guys have literally read the guide we sent you, it literally points towards the event, like the event we are going to do. Very clearly it points. Okay, any other questions?
Sir, is it hijacking of the plane, like the 6 terrorists who hijacked a plane, Indian plane?
Okay, guessing. Good guess, but keep guessing. I won't say anything on it. I won't say anything right now. You will only figure it out when we come to the committee. All right? You won't say anything until then. You're going to keep our mouth shut until then. So keep guessing.
Sir, given that this is a crisis committee, we won't have GSL speeches, right?
No. So how the committee is going to run basically is, see, once you give you the crisis, right? Because we are going to be time bound. You guys are going to be time bound, right? So you guys have to quickly discuss what you guys want to do and quickly come up with individual or group directive, right? Either it has to be a committee-wide directive, which is accepted by whole of the committee, or an individual directive, right?
Yes.
So like there will be speeches, not in the sense speech, it will be more like an informal discussion, right? So let's say if it's Akshayadham has happened now. So now you only have, let's say, 1 hour and 20 minutes, right? So you have to quickly discuss, okay, what are our options? What all we can do? Something like that. Okay? So there will be speeches, but they won't be like that, like speech sort of thing, right? But you will be marked on, right? Partha will be marking them. Whatever you say in the committee among yourselves, right?
Also, sir, what will be the mode for sending communiques?
What?
You can send it on
What will be the
WhatsApp.
mode? Okay.
Yeah. So any directives, everything will either you send it, if it's the individual directive, then you can send it to us on DMs, right? Either basically you have to send it to me only. If it's the committee-wide directive, then you can send the committee-wide directive to the group, and then the committee will vote. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? If not, all the best. We'll see you on the 20th, right? So yeah, I think we are done here. Parth, anything else to add? I think we are done. I think we have covered everything.
Yeah, we covered everything. So all the best, Delegate. See you soon.
What? Parth?
All the best, Delegate. See you soon.
Yeah, all the best to you guys. Right? All right.
Thank